Hello and very welcome to our World Ovarian Cancer Day online. My name is Lisa and I would like to introduce to all of you Andrea Krull and Birthe Lemley. Thank you very much for being here with us. And I would like to ask you if you could introduce yourself briefly and tell us a little bit more about Engage and the Trails project. Thank you.
Okay, Bertie, I give it over to you as a start, and I'm keen to hear who you are, what kind of work are you doing, and what is your message?
Yes, my name is Birthe Lemley. I'm chair of KIU. That's a patient organization in Denmark for women with gynecological cancer. And then I am executive board member of Engage. And I'm also the project manager of a project called Clinical Trials Project.
So, what is it all about, clinical trials? It's very interesting.
Yes, this is actually my initiative because I think that patients should have an input or an insight into clinical trials for them. And because of that, I have together with Engage and also together with ENGOT, because we're working with ENGOT on this project, and with Professor Jelly Chihuli, which I'm very pleased with. We have found a group of 20 patients or former patients in Europe from different patient organizations, but what they have in common is that they all belong to the network of patient organizations under Engage. And we're trying to educate this group of patients so that they may be able to give the insight from a patient point of view, both to the design of a clinical trial and also to the implementation of it.
Okay, as I am a member as well of this group for Germany, what do you think is the main output of this 3 webinars concerning trials? What was the most interesting point in it?
I think that the most interesting point, Andrea, is for me is that you're all in it. And the best thing of it all is that you're asking questions all the time. At the end, there's always a question session, and the patients are so eager to ask questions. And I find that very good, because then I know that you're all learning and I know that you're all interested in the project. I want to go a little bit back in time, because actually we had 3 webinars also in 2019, and then came the corona in 2020 and the project was kind of stopped. But there is now a study book for the webinars in 2019, and in 2021 we're using a particular trial because we had a lot of theory, so to put it into practice and for the patients to be able to read a clinical trials protocol, understand it, and ask questions to it, we are using a particular trial. So, but the patients in the group have had endometrial cancer, cervical cancer, ovarian cancer, and there's also one with rare cancer. So, but at the moment, we're using an example of an ovarian cancer trial. But that doesn't mean that we're not interested as well in the other types of diseases, because once you can actually read and understand a clinical trial, you can also read a clinical trial of another subject. It doesn't have to be, because many things in a clinical trial are the objectives and the endpoints and so on are the same. So we're using one as an example, and we've had 3 webinars so far this year. There will be a 3rd one and a 4th one. So we're planning 5 of them altogether in the spring of 2021.
Which is very good, because we as a patient advocacy can give this information to other patients. And I learned as well that is all about communication. What can you say to this topic, communication between doctors and patients?
Yes. You see, my point is that we should have an influence. So we should have they should listen to us as patients. we cannot ask and we cannot demand them to do that, but we will advertise this service as a bonus. They will hear the opinion of the patient. Does she have any comment? Is the objective okay? Is the population, the patient population, is this the best one to include in a trial, and so on? And then also another benefit is, of course, that some of us will go back to our own countries and will be able to teach other patients in this. So it's not only for the benefit of the doctors, but also for the patients.
Of course, it is as well that knowledge is the power of the patients to decide afterwards which way to go while treatment. This is a very important point in this training series, let's say. I like to ask you personally, what keeps you going? What is your main interest to do all this beautiful and wonderful work for us patients, advocacy? What is your power motor?
Thank you for that question. I'll start a little bit way back, because I'm an ovarian cancer patient myself, and have been for 20 years. I'm still getting the relapses. I've had 7 relapses of the disease and 6 operations. But and the last one in 2019. So this is not over, and I know that it is not over, but I've been able to survive for many years, and I'm okay. So there's one point that has led me into this work, because I've been actually involved in the organization in Denmark since 2009, and that is that ovarian cancer is still being diagnosed in stage 3 and stage 4 for around 80% of the patients, and we have to change that. So that is one of the most motors that are keeping me doing this. And also, Andrea, because I've been able to survive. I've known so many of them that are not here anymore, and I'm still here, and I've been able to survive for all these years. So I still want to do something, but I'm also bearing in mind that this is not only ovarian cancer. It is for all kinds of gynecological cancer, and a clinical trials project is also for all kinds of gynecological cancers, so that we can get the best treatment possible for all the diseases, and maybe one day change them, some of them, in some stages, from chronic to cure.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be really wonderful, Birthe. And so you are a long-term survivor with many relapses. Is it,
Yes.
you are a strong woman. How do you cope with it? What is the trick in it that you have so much power?
I don't know if there's a trick in it, Andrea. I think that's my personality that has always been like that. But I have I had many different jobs, and I've studied and all that. But this is more than just a job, because it's not being paid. It's a drive, and as long as I think that I can help, that my work can help and benefit this group of patients, I don't seem to be able to stop. Yeah, it's a huge job also, because I'm writing all the study material for this project. But if it can make a difference, then and I hardly dare say this, but after all I've been through, I'm okay. I mean, of course, there have been times in my life when I've looked at the spring and the green leaves and the sky and thought I might not be here for very long. But I mean, I have a different personality.
That's what
Maybe I'm a born optimist or something. I don't.
Yes, like me. I think we are quite similar. Since 8 years, I am here on this world, coping with ovarian cancer more or less, and my motto is the same: to change something and to make a difference and to have a little influence in all these treatments and communications and difficulties patients have. Thank you
Yes.
very much, dear Birthe. It's so nice to talk to you, and you are a really, really strong woman, and I'm pleased to know you.
Thank you very much, Andrea. And I'll see you again. We see each other often in the webinars, and I look forward to all your interesting questions. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Birthe, and thank you, Andrea. This was really inspiring for me also. And I wish you a really great day, and thank you.